The last buffoon we got to talk about is Elon Musk. Now, I own some Teslas. Love the cars, love the self-driving, but I hate Elon Musk. Hate him. Honestly, I've never really liked him. I've always felt like something was off with him. Then I learned about his autism, and then I was like, okay, maybe I should give him some grace. Then I learned he's not helping his autism because he stays high on ketamine. So I really started hating him. Then he moved from California to Texas to say, F you Democrats. That's what I knew the fix was in. And then he got caught up, Lena, in about, it was like 150 lawsuits dealing with black people and minorities. And I said, okay, one you can get away with, two, maybe three, maybe four, but not 100. Dude, you got a problem with black people.
Yeah.
So, Lena, do you think that problem with black people has gotten any better now that he's been this close to power?
Of course not. He's so jealous. Like, oh, it's gross. Get a life. Leave us alone. We're not bothering.
I always tell black women, y'all are the backbone of this country, and y'all are also white man's worst nightmare because they want to control you. They know that y'all got more balls than some men. And when you're educated and look good, they want you to F them, but they can't. Y'all ain't giving them the draws. Y'all not giving them the panty draws, and they want y'all to dominate them in the bedroom, but y'all not going for the banana in the tailpipe. Well, listen to how Elon came for one of our sisters because Christopher Nolan put one of our black, sexy, big booty sisters in a movie, and Elon had things to say. This comes to us from my boy, good Canadian kid, great Canadian kid, John Campia.
You know, I own 2 Teslas, one for myself, one for my wife. I love the car. I'm not going to lie. I do. You know, I own 2 Teslas, one for myself, one for my wife. I love the car. I'm not going to lie. I do. I love the cars. I really do. Elon Musk is a bit of an ass, but what can I say? The cars I drive are pretty good. And, you know, while Elon Musk has some other problems to deal with, coming out in some documents showing he may have visited certain islands doing certain things, he's also made the news for another reason today. Many of you know Christopher Nolan has a new movie coming out called The Odyssey, in which he's assembled, I don't think it's an exaggeration to say, a top 10 greatest cast ever assembled in a motion picture. I think 3, 4 Academy Award winners. I can't remember. I lost count of how many, but a lot of them in there. And apparently, according to Elon Musk, who is, of course, a world-renowned film expert, Christopher Nolan has lost his integrity. Why would he say that Christopher Nolan has lost integrity, as they would say on South Park? Well, because he had the audacity to cast Lupita Nyong'o as a beautiful woman. That's the problem. This comes to us from the folks at The Independent who wrote this. In response, a user on Musk's platform X wrote, Helen of Troy, who's going to be played by Lupita Nyong'o, was fair-skinned, blonde, and the face that launched 1,000 ships because she was so beautiful that men started a war over her. I will fight you in the streets over Lupita Nyong'o. I'm just going to throw that out there right now. Casting choices that make the premise incoherent are admissions that the story was never the point and an insult to the author, to which Elon Musk amplified on his social media platform and put in the response, Chris Nolan has lost his integrity. All right. Let's go over this because this reminds me a lot of the whining little bitches I saw complaining about the casting of the new Professor Snape in Harry Potter.
Lena, did you hear that? He is mad because Lupita is good, who is an attractive woman, and she has got a rump roast on her, folks, ladies and gentlemen. Boy, don't, and it's real. Elon Musk is mad that she's going to be Helen of Troy. Now, mind you, it's because of him and Republicans that kids don't really know the real history of the world. Mm-hmm. Lena, before I give you the floor, you know the story of Julius Caesar and Mark Antony?
Yeah, I think so. If you want to give me a refresher.
They left their little European abode, found Egypt, fell in love with a beautiful dark-skinned woman, so much so that it made them go and stick knives in each other's back because that panty draws was so good. Once you go black, it's hard to go back. So Elon Musk, to actually really think that a black woman can't be that beautiful, you obviously don't know history. This is why you don't want people knowing history, because people would have to really face up to what reality is and atone for some of their bull jive. But having said that, Lena, what do you think of your man Elon Musk? Should we just send him to Mars and let him stay there by himself? Got the nerve to not want Lupita to be Helen of Troy.
Yeah, I think send him to the moon, wherever he can go. He's so jealous, like he's so obsessed with us. I literally can't even imagine why he would even feel the need to make a comment on this movie. I'm just tired of hearing him speak. I really wish he would disappear. Go wherever you need to go. Don't say anything. We don't need to see you. And why are people like thinking that black women, aren't attractive, especially dark-skinned black women? Stop spewing this narrative. They keep spewing this narrative, and it's not true. Get over it. We're beautiful. Leave us alone. We're not bothering you.
Folks, we're sitting here with a dark-skinned woman right now who is equally as beautiful as Lupita, and I would dare say even more prettier. And to continue to say that dark-skinned people in general can't be attractive, I think, Lena, this is what I think. I think a lot of people don't understand that worldwide there is a fair skin versus dark skin issue worldwide. It's not just America. So like in India, the country, you have some fair skinned Indians, and then you have the darker skinned Indians. Which one you think get curry favor the most? The ones that look like Europeans. And of course, in America, we've been dealing with this shit since Reconstruction. But here's the problem, Lena. I tell you all the time. While on the surface, they tell you not to like dark skin. What do you think the slave master? Who do you think the slave master was going back there in the outhouse tagging? The dark skinned ones. They weren't back there tagging the light skinned girls. They was back there tagging the dark skinned ones. And now that they can't force y'all to be tagged, they want to ruin y'all by saying y'all ugly. And that is nothing could be further from the truth. What say you, Lena?
Yeah, I completely agree. Everyone knows that dark-skinned women are beautiful, and I'm very happy to see this era of dark-skinned women come in. Olandria, Lupita, there's a lot of women, breaking boundaries and things for women. So don't be discouraged by what these people say. Be confident in yourself, because it's harder on dark-skinned women. People have made comments about my skin tone and my hair texture almost my entire life. The focus on my features, even my nose, things like that, people would point out like, oh, you have a small nose, like just things that you wouldn't think that people would say to someone. So it's such an emphasis on our appearance. And I really hope that the world just starts to ignore things like this and just keep rooting, black women on like they have been, for the past few years.
Well, we could really explode that movement by taking down all these white ass CEOs that is in them Epstein files. Elon Musk too, he's in there. And nothing would make my heart quiver and give me a geekgasm than to see Elon Musk, Mark Zuckerberg, everybody who has accosted these girls go to jail for a long time and not be able to go to like Paris and go to one of those cushiony jails. Send their asses to Leavenworth, where they try to get Michael Vick. And I always say this too, Lena. For those Anglos who was so upset with Michael Vick for dogfighting, but you're not mad about Trump and what's going on here, you have a problem. For those same Anglos who was just recently so mad at P. Diddy and R. Kelly, but you ain't got none of that heat for Donald Trump, go look in the mirror and say you're the problem. Now, for me, all of them needed justice. Michael Vick has done his time. He's doing better now, but he did need justice. R. Kelly and P. Diddy need justice. Trump and everybody on that Epstein list need hard justice, because I still ain't got over Trump and the January 6th thing. And, you know, technically, by the letter of the law and punishment, that is higher than a pedophile ring. And nobody has really served no time for that yet. And if they did, Trump let them off. We need that kind of hardcore justice. We need somebody to come put their foot down. So